All right, Karen, have a 1-year-old cavalier with pancreatitis. We're in Hollywood, Florida. Can't find a holistic doctor to help her. They push science, diet, low fat. She hates it, licks metal, wood, floors. Why? Great question.
Yeah, I would definitely start with a biome test on that one. That would be my go-to, and a Nutri-Scan. And those are, if you don't have a vet who can help you with those two tests, you can get them directly from the company, and they can help you with that. But that's what I would do, definitely.
Yep.
Because pancreatitis is an inflammation, and when there's an imbalance in the microbiome in the small intestine, like an overgrowth, that can affect the pancreas and cause inflammation there. And pancreatitis is really difficult to diagnose properly. Oftentimes things are just called pancreatitis when they're not really pancreatitis. So I would just go with that first and get started with that, and then see what was up. But obviously with a dog that possibly has pancreatitis, go slowly with any kind of change that you make, bland enzymes, that sort of thing. I like pancreatic enzymes really a lot. And there are different kinds that can be purchased that are pork, beef, or lamb. So depending on what an animal is sensitive to, there we have a little bit of choices, which one to go with, because if an animal is sensitive to pork, you have to be careful, and definitely read all the ingredients of everything that you give, because a lot of the pancreatic enzymes are more pork based. So, read the fine print on things and ask the company. But yeah, and did you check the AHVMA? It's ahvma.org, which is the Holistic Veterinary Medical Association. They have a list of veterinarians. And I know there are a bunch of them in Florida. I'm not sure exactly where Hollywood is, but there are a bunch of holistic veterinarians down there. And sometimes you just have to travel a little bit, if you need to be seen somewhere. It's very often just worth the money to do that, and the time to just go a little further.
I do see here it's the same person. She did get a doctor off of the ahvma.org, and they were no different, pushing prescription food. So here's what I have to say about that, is that can happen. One of the questions I would, when you're calling those different veterinarians, ask typically are like, if you want to know if they formulate home cooked diets, or what are some of the brands they recommend, because I find a lot of the front staff, like your receptionist, or even if you could talk to a technician, keep in mind a lot of vet clinics are really short staffed right now for the amount of pets that they're treating. And so there's a lot of like really long wait times. I've heard of, like, even locally, the ERs around me in Fort Collins, where there's tons of vet clinics and things, they are turning patients away. And so keep that in mind when you are talking to these clinics. But ask them, what foods do they typically recommend for patients? Do they offer certain services? You should be able to find that on the HVMA, because we actually fill out what services we offer when we're listed on that as a practitioner. But those can be some good questions to gain an idea, like, do they fit with what I'm looking for my pet? So you don't go there and you feel like you wasted money, or you feel like they didn't fit with what you were looking for. So those would be some questions, because there's a lot of doctors on there that are holistic, that are integrative, and don't just push prescription food diets. So if that's a big concern, make sure you're asking those questions when you are looking to book a consultation.